Welcome in, everybody. Bo here, Football Talk, and the NFL season is finally back. I got my man Rob here. The Pick'em Championship is going to be underway here in just about an hour, and so this is time for us to go over our picks and see if I can get my third win here in the in 4 years.
We're trying to block that one.
And, of course, for those of you playing along, all of the picks do lock at the kickoff tonight. So you got to make sure that you get those locked in. Also, if you happen to be here in the Pacific Northwest, we are broadcasting live from Crucible Brewing here in Everett, off of Everett Mall Way. And shout out to them.
Yep.
You can come out. You could watch this live if you happen to be here. This is filmed in front of, the live studio audience. Yep. And, of course, we watch the game here after the show so we can have some beers together and see if we were right or wrong.
Yep. And I just very quick, I'm going to highly suggest this raspberry sour. It's fantastic.
The pink drink? Absolutely.
It is fantastic.
Absolutely.
I like myself a sour.
I go with the Kolsch. So it, cheers to everybody watching.
Yep. All right.
So we do have... How's it going, Daniel? Thanks for tuning in. All right. Let's see. So this show is brought to you in part by Bet Us. And, of course, obviously we do have to get some of that stuff out of the way. If you happen to be a sports bettor, we will be going over the lines for every game and, obviously our picks. So if you're betting the money line, if you're betting the spread, we are actually going to talk about that a little bit there. And of course, you can bet alongside us by using this QR code on the screen, up to 125% of your first three deposits, 10% bet guarantee in case you happen to be terrible at betting. And, or if you follow us too closely and we just happen to have a bad week. That being said, you can use the QR code here and bet right alongside us here.
I can use that. I lose quite a bit.
That's fair. I mean, I remember like week 2 last year. That one was rough for me.
Oh, yeah. That was like a 6-win week or something like that.
It was so bad. Yeah. I spent my entire rest of the season really making up for that because after week 2, I think I dropped down to like 10th or 11th. Yep. So for me to finish the season in third, I was surprised. Yeah. Because, did I get crushed. And 6 actually would have been nice. I ended up with a 3-win week. Yeah. It was brutal.
That's
brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. So to finish in the money in the top 5, I was surprised.
Yeah.
I was surprised.
I was just happy to see Danielle win. No offense.
Yeah, no, I get
Not making a three-peat.
I mean,
no three-peats.
You said if I won, I wasn't allowed to play anymore. So I couldn't win.
That's true. That's true. That's awesome.
All right. So that being said, let's get this underway. Obviously, we have the Eagles and the Cowboys tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Now, the Eagles, far and away the better team. Cowboys obviously have a lot of questions and probably more questions than answers. Parsons traded. What did you think of that?
Personally, my thought of that was, Jerry, I don't know what you're doing. I understand why it was done, sure. Right? I can understand that. I think the return didn't provide the value for what was given up to me. That's what I thought was like, you didn't get enough. You should have got more for what you want. I mean, are you trying to parlay back to the old, what was his name? The running back when they traded him, Herschel Walker trade. Like, was he trying to relive the Herschel Walker trade concept of, I'm going to trade by far the best in a way. I'm going to get these draft picks. I'm going to parlay these draft picks into a Super Bowl team. Jerry, luck happens once. Sometimes twice is kind of.
So, if that was the plan, right? Like, if your plan was to try and create that, he really would have needed to do that pre-draft.
Yeah.
Because then you could have got the best value for him because you still would have got 2 1s, maybe a third one, honestly.
I think you could have got 3.
Or you get 2 1s and maybe 2 2s. Mm-hmm. And then a player, right? I did like that they did get a defensive lineman.
Yes.
That was something they needed. It's not that he's necessarily amazing. I think he was a Pro Bowler before, but
3 times.
Yeah. So I mean, like a solid player, and the big thing is he can stop the run, right? Like he can. He's a hole filler.
Yeah.
Like he's not a great run stopper, but he's a gap filler.
That's very true. The only thing my concern with that is he's also in his 30s. I think he's like 31, right? So he's either 31 or 32, 30, but he's also in his 30s. So it's not like you've got that run for, but how long are you going to have him for now, right? Parsons is at the prime, so you just gave up a player who's going to be at least in the league for the next 4 or 5 years, most likely without injury, right? Like
for sure.
he's going to be ball. You've got now you for a guy who's maybe 2, 3 years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't see how much. Do you think he's going to play like 35, 36?
He can play. He probably has 5. He probably has 5 years in him because he's an interior offensive or defensive lineman, right? Like if he was an edge, I'm with you.
Yeah.
Right. They wear out a little faster. Interior guys aren't asked to do quite as much. Again, is he as dynamic as Micah Parsons? Of course not.
Yeah. No.
But that being said, Micah Parsons isn't going to play week 1 anyway.
No.
So
I would say the worst thing about the trade is they didn't get rid of him. I was hoping he'd at least go to the AFC.
I mean, that's fair.
Because we're going to have to play him anyway. And on Green Bay, a better team.
I like that they traded him to a team that bounced them out of the playoffs.
Yeah,
that's even better. But, that's the Cowboys for you. If you're watching tonight, the spread is 8. So the Eagles are an 8-point favorite, over under 48.5. 8 points is actually a little less than it was. It did have the 8.5 hook. Before.
Oh, okay. They were 8.5.
So it did get bought down a little bit. America as a whole taking the Eagles, of course, 95% on that betting rate. Cowboys do have 6 defensive players on IR to start the season. None of them are hugely impactful. So even though there's quite a few guys that are on IR there, none of them are players that you're necessarily thinking, wow, that's going to tank their day.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
So those don't really come into play. Just about every team has quite a few guys that are on the IR. There's only 2 teams that are like almost really just healthy overall.
Yeah.
One of them's the Rams. We'll talk about them later, and that's unfortunate. So for this one here, I do have the Eagles winning at home. As far as covering the spread, though,
I don't think they will.
Right? Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I think the Cowboys are going to come
This
ready
is
to
their
play.
Super Bowl.
Right? Exactly. They got this circled on the schedule. They're here to play. I'm really curious if it's going to be something that if they lose big, if their season just starts to unravel right away.
Well, I would say that most likely if they lose big, that's a sign that your season's over, because if you're going to lose that big within your division too, right? You're already going to be behind the scenes. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know if Dallas can compete with the Giants. I kind of think the Giants might even be better than Dallas this year. Dallas to me is playing for 3rd place in their division this year.
I'm with you. Yeah.
But when I look at that, I'm agreeing. I got Philly.
Yep.
But I'm going to take Dallas and the points on the spread, because I really think it's going to be like a 7-point game. I think Dallas is going to play their heart out. They're really going to try. Like we said, this is their Super Bowl. This is a chance for them to also make a statement that, hey, we don't need Micah Parsons. See, we can do this on our own. This is a statement that has to be made.
We can lose without him.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, like, this is a statement, especially to the Eagles that are coming to them and saying, like, hey, Philly, we're making a statement that we don't even need him to beat you, right? So I think they're going to play all heart.
Yep.
But they're not going to win. And then you said it was like 48 was the point spread.
Yeah, 48.5 is the spread there.
I'm going to go under. I think it's going to be I don't think it's going to be a blowout game, while I still think the Eagles are going to win. To me, it's going to be like a 24-14, 24-17 kind of game.
It normally I would agree with that, because defenses early tend to be better because offensive timing isn't great.
Yeah.
I feel like this is the one game that goes over. I mean, week 1, I'm almost
shootout, huh?
Kind of, right? Because they're going to use CD, they're going to use Pickens, right? Nobody has any film on how Dak to Pickens looks.
True.
Right. So I think there's going to be some opportunities. Now, whether or not they hit them, who knows? But I think this is one of the few games in week 1 that hit the over.
Okay.
Just because it's week 1. Usually it's the under, right? Like you mash the under every time because week 1 defenses rule typically. This one I think could be a 50-point game.
See, I can understand that, but to me it's more, if it's going to be a close game,
Yeah.
then it's going to be a low scoring game. Because the only way Dallas's defense is going to have to really come out and shine to keep it low scoring. Because I don't see, right? Like we already know Philly's defense is good. Like
They are.
We know that Philly's defense can hold Dallas to points, to under like 21 points if they really need to, right?
Well,
So
but they
that's
got
what I'm
two
thinking.
good go ball guys.
But that's it. Do they have a running game?
I mean, no.
Do they have?
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really have a tight end, so you got two guys. So you got two pass catchers, and that's it.
Yeah, I mean, the running game isn't horrendous. Like, it'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
No, so I'm with you there. And again, I do think that Philly wins this game for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I just think that, I mean, again, 50 points, that's going to be like a 24, 27,
Yeah.
20, something like that.
Or it could just be a 50-0 beating that Philly puts on.
I mean,
we've seen those
honestly,
games. I mean, the Seahawks did that to Philadelphia a couple of years back. Remember, we on a Monday night game, 55-0. So anything can happen.
There is no doubt. There's no doubt. So yeah, if you're following along, I got we both have the Eagles in this one. Okay, so we got a Friday game to kick this thing off too.
Yep.
So a little unique in that way. Another great divisional matchup though. We have KC at the Chargers. KC is a 3-point favorite on the road. 46.5 is the point spread. 83% going with KC. I am also leaning the same direction as most of your people here.
Really?
Yeah, I do like KC to win this game.
I took
in
Chargers.
week 1. No. I and you can make the case either way.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think that we've seen enough with, some of the weight loss for Kelsey, right? He looks like he's a little more agile, a little quicker. Mahomes reloaded. Like, this team looks good. The Chargers, I know their defense is going to be better.
Yeah.
Herbert, he's going to put up 27 points. I just don't know that that's going to be enough for what KC can do.
No, I mean, I can understand the viewpoint. I mean, why America's going to take KC anyway. But for me, I think Chargers. I think this is a statement game as well.
Yeah.
For the Chargers to come out, because I mean, we're talking about probably one of the toughest divisions or best divisions in football night right now at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah.
So I think this is a statement game. I mean, if the Chiefs were home, I'd be giving it to the Chiefs.
Sure.
But I think Chargers at home. I think Harbaugh. I think they're again.
You do realize this is the Chargers, right? So
it's a statement game.
It means that it's still a KC home game because nobody goes to Charger games.
Yeah.
I would bet money it's red.
I can understand that. I can understand.
Oh, that's right. That's right. They are in Brazil.
So
they are in Brazil. See, and that's why I'm glad we have people watching because I completely forgot that they're down in Brazil. Yep. So not going to matter.
Wow, so it doesn't really matter. It's not a home game for KC. I didn't think about that either.
It actually kind of is because they already know how Brazil works.
Ooh.
So they've been there before. I will give that experience to them every time.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but I'm sticking with my Chargers.
No. I'm with it. I'm with it. I like it.
I'm going with them. So that means I'm taking the Chargers in the points.
Well, I mean, of course, because you're winning outright. Yeah. And then over under 46.5. What do you got there?
I think that's an over game.
Yeah, me too.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game.
That feels like a game that they're, except it's a travel game. Travel games are tough.
That's what I think. Travel games are tough, but I think the crowd, and we saw how Brazil fans are, from last year.
Yep.
Like they get the excitement that builds up at those games. I think just that all around vibe is going to create for an offensive barrage, more than defensive.
So I hope you're right because that'll be fun to watch.
Yeah. What time is it? Oh, it's actually on in the evening for us, huh? Here. We actually get to watch it.
They're similar time zone. Yeah. So in Brazil, they are Nova Scotia time, basically.
Okay.
So, it'll be a normal game here. Yeah, I'm with you. I do like the Chargers. I just think KC will edge them out.
I get it. But, KC always does. Sometimes I know historically, been hit and miss recently, but like historically, they used to be slow starters. Come out, right? They come out and they lose like the first couple of games, kind of get their feet wet, and then all of a sudden, they're like an 8, 9, 10 streak.
I'm with you, especially like week one. They
they're like the
lose
slow
that.
starter to me.
I mean, slow starter to me is like the Bengals, where they go like 0-4.
Very true.
But yeah, no, I mean, you're right. They have had some issues getting a week one win, but as I recall,
Right.
what the Lions got them a couple years ago.
Yeah.
So I mean, you can definitely do it.
And they got Rice out, right? He's out on 6 games, isn't he out? Rashee Rice, I think he's out for like 6 games.
I thought
Worthy
he
is
was.
playing.
I
He's
thought
back
he
though
was.
this year. Though, Worthy, right? So
Yeah, let me double check because I did have
because
that.
I don't think because I was gonna say I don't think KC's fully healthy, and I think Rice is out.
So no one is fully healthy. The closest to fully healthy is the Rams. They only have 2 people out.
Yeah.
But so if we go into the CBS Sports app, if you're playing along with us, it'll actually give you all of the injuries. Rice is on there. Yep. On reserve.
Yep.
So yeah,
Yeah, I think he's out for like 6 games or something. He's on a suspension,
exactly.
right? So,
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Um,
that's a weapon.
It is, and him not being available last year did hurt them. So that is definitely part of it. Yeah, I mean, I think a 3-point line is actually probably about right.
Yeah, it's
But-
gonna be.
I do like KC, especially now, being reminded that they're down in Brazil.
See, to me, even if I was gonna bet KC on the money line straight up, to be honest, I'd probably still take the Chargers and the points because of 3-point spread. I could see if KC wins, it being by a field goal and being more of a push and
Yeah.
not cover. So KC's, I think isn't gonna win by more than 3. So I would probably
No, I'm
still
with
take
you.
Chargers and the points.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. I mean,
Even
you
if
have
they
the
do
Chargers, so the points wouldn't matter.
Oh yeah,
'cause
yeah,
you're
yeah.
winning
No, but I
outright.
mean,
Yeah.
but if your audience is looking to like, well, I want to take KC on the money, on the, do I take KC in the points or not? I think you take if you're a KC fan and you want to bet KC,
Yeah.
you bet them on the money line, but you still don't take them on the points.
Yeah,
You
I
go-
mean, if
you-
you're betting the
Chargers
money
on the
line,
points.
it's a -175.
Yeah.
So that's a money line on a week one. I probably wouldn't play with.
You're
If
not
you
gonna
wanted
make
to
much
throw
money.
some pizza money at the Chargers, that's a $1.46.
It's a little bit better.
Yeah, like I
can do
I
that.
would take a flyer on that for some pizza money.
Yep.
Although week one's tough. I always
Yeah,
struggle
yeah.
with betting on week one. Like I'm not that guy. But okay, so we got Sunday morning.
Yep.
We're gonna kick this thing off with the Bucks and the Falcons. Bucks are a 1.5 point on the road here. Over under 47.5. 81% of America taking Tampa Bay here. I do like Tampa Bay here, and the only reason I say that is because the Falcons just can't seem to figure out how to use their personnel correctly. I mean, when you look at last year, there were games that they forgot Bijan was on the roster.
Yeah, I know.
I mean, how do you have one
And
of
then
the
when
most
they
dynamic?
remembered, they won.
Yeah, right. Like it's crazy.
Yeah,
So
I know.
I'm going to go with the Bucks here. It's not a real confident pick because I do like the Falcons roster.
Yep.
I just don't like the fact that they actually use the roster right.
Yeah. Well,
So
I took the Falcons.
okay,
I actually have the Falcons. I
So-
think again.
so you're either going to be like way ahead of me or way behind.
Yeah, right now. I think we'll start getting into games that we're going to see a lot of similarities. But
For sure.
for me, I mean it's week one. So when I go week one, I don't go by the hype of what would happen last year. I kind of go by what I think
Yeah.
can start off the season this year because there's always teams that you think are going to be trash and then they start off and then they are awesome. You always have
Yeah.
teams you think are going to be great and then they're trash. So to me, new slate. I like you said the personnel over there for the Falcons.
Yep.
I think this year it's going to click, and I think they're going to be wild card, if not contenders. I think we're going to see them in contending for the playoffs this year. So I am going to start home game. It's a home game, statement game too, in a sense to me. This is a
Launch
home
the
team
season. I
that
got
launch the
you.
season. This is a
I
home
got
team
you.
that wins.
I'm not mad at it.
What was that's the money line though? What was the spread again?
1.5.
Oh,
So
yeah,
the Falcons are a
you
1.5 dog.
Yeah,
Yeah. That basically says Vegas is like, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, that's a pick 'em. That's a pick 'em. That's almost a pick 'em. Yeah.
Amazingly, we don't have a true pick'em this week.
No.
So there is a spread on every game. So, you know, a little surprised by that.
Yep.
So another morning game, Bengals at the Browns. Bengals are a 5.5-point favorite, over under of 47.5. Browns have 13 players that are injured. Myles Garrett is questionable.
Oh.
92% on the Bengals here. Money line on it. They are a minus 250. This is a game that, like, I'm on the Bengals here. Another game I'm not confident about, only because they've been so bad the last 4 years in a row, starting a season out.
No, that's very true. They are slow starters.
They are slow starters. And I mean, you're going to have a Browns team that has a way better that the Browns have a way better defense because they have a defense. But it's Flacco starting. So I don't love the Browns. Like, the Bengals are going to win this game. But
the Bengals are built to put up 35, 40 points a game.
Well, they're
because
going
they
to
have no defense.
They're going to have to
because they have no defense.
Yeah. That's how they're going to win games.
Yeah.
They're going to put up 35 to 40 points.
They might actually make the Browns look good this game because they don't play defense. So
there is that. There is that.
But I'm with you. I went Bengals.
Yeah, I feel like this one is a very easy pick. I hate the fact that they just don't do defense.
No.
I mean, at all.
No.
So we'll kind of, I mean, we'll see. But I think the Bengals cruise through this one.
Yep. I would agree, Sue. The only thing that I would say is kind of the iffy is Joe Burrow. He's notorious for good year, bad year, good year, bad year, good year, bad year, right? So last year was a great year.
It's good year injured. So,
okay.
So I'm with you. I actually thought he was going to get hurt in the preseason
So I'm
game.
waiting to see, is this going to be like if history repeats itself, where he's in for an injury and the Bengals are in for a crap season.
And honestly, like the way he was running around in that preseason game, I actually thought he was going to get hurt in the preseason. So we'll see how long he lasts. If it's like the rest of his career, he'll get injured in the next couple of weeks. But for week one, I think they win.
What's the spread on that one? That's got to be
5.5. 5.5. It's actually closer than you'd think, and it's because they don't have a defense at all. They got some traffic cones.
Yeah.
They're the right color, and as long as you avoid those, you're good.
You're good.
So
I would still take the Bengals with the points.
Easily.
I think they're gonna.
Yeah, I think they win by at least a touchdown.
Yeah.
So nope, I'm with you there. All right, we got the Finns and the Colts. Colts are a 1-point favorite at home. Over under 46.5.
Wow.
This one is interesting because of the people that are hurt for Miami. So when let me jump in there real quick, because Colts are overall pretty decently healthy.
And Danny Dimes is starting, right?
He is starting. Yep, he is their week one starter. Waller is questionable. A-Chain is questionable. Tyreek Hill is questionable. Eskridge is questionable. They have 21 people on their injury report. And so, a lot of these questionables are going to play, but will it hamper what they can do? They have a guard that has an ankle issue. That's not great, right? They have a corner questionable with a hamstring. Never like a hamstring for any of the skill positions. You have a defensive back with a knee. Not great. A-Chain with a calf. So, I mean, all of a sudden in the back of your mind, you're thinking, could this be an Achilles? That seems to be an every year thing. Tyreek Hill, oblique, he probably plays.
But not at 100%.
Exactly. Eskridge, concussion, questionable, probably doesn't clear. So now Eskridge doesn't matter. He was here for Seattle for years.
And he didn't matter for us.
Well, I mean, he's good on special teams, but the rest of the time is just kind of whatever. Artie Burns, done. ACL.
Oh yeah.
So I mean, they have so many people that are on their IR. I still have the Dolphins here.
Yep, I took them too.
But that's another one of those. The Colts can win this game.
I would agree. The Colts, if the Colts come to play, they can win the game. To me, though, I'm agreeing with you. Dolphins are gonna. I'm taking the Dolphins until the Colts can actually show me something. Like if I, you know what I mean. Like I can't just wholeheartedly jump into the Colts and be like, Colts are gonna be great this year. Like they're gonna be good. Sure. They've improved. We're not gonna see the Colts like the last few years. I can't say that. I don't feel that way. So I'm going.
Can't say that.
No, so I'm going with Miami. We'll see how the Colts. You know, they're gonna have to work to earn my like. I'm a bet on you going forward. You know, I don't know how Danny Dimes is gonna be coming. You know, are we gonna? How you know? That's the biggest question mark for me. Is does he put on what he was originally supposed to? You know, expected to do when he was with the Giants and got paid to do and never did, or does he just do? The normal Danny Dimes stuff.
I do think he's going to be better than what Richardson was, only because they didn't spend the time to actually develop the kid.
Yeah.
I mean, he was overdrafted.
Agreed.
He shouldn't have been picked at 4. He was a project. He had an amazing pro day, right? I never understand when you see a pro day or a combine that moves someone way up because you're doing it against no defense.
Yep.
Like, you're doing it in the best scenario, especially a pro day, because you're throwing to people that you got to choreograph with for 2 weeks going into it.
You think you did, yeah.
I would hope you look good.
Yep.
So I never understand when somebody shoots way up the charts on the, anytime it's a pro day or the combine, because it's like, oh, okay, we're just going to ignore the fact that we have actual tape against defense.
Yep.
And for some reason, we're like, oh, we watched him throw 80 yards. You know what? Instead of being a 3rd rounder, he's 4th overall. You're like, I don't know. It didn't make a lot of sense to me. And then they put him in and take him out a bunch of times. And it doesn't make sense to me. So honestly, I think with the amount of injuries the Dolphins had, if the Colts were a halfway well-run team, I would have picked them. Mm-hmm. But because the Colts are who they've been the last few years, I'm still going to go with the Fins. America doesn't really know either. 64% went with the Fins, which means 64% is not a decisive number.
No.
So
no, not at all.
All right, here we go. This one's going to be a great game.
The garbage game of the week.
Battle of the bad right here. We got the Panthers at the Jags, and the Jags are a 3.5-point favorite. Remember, a -3 is basically home field advantage.
Yeah.
The Panthers are going to be a better team than they've been. They actually have a coach for a 2nd year in a row, which is something they haven't done in a while.
Yeah, no,
right?
that's true. That's true.
But no, I think the Panthers are going to take a step forward. The Jags also don't play an inspired brand of defense.
No.
Lawrence has a tendency to turn the ball over unassisted.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Especially those fumbles when no one's around him. Still haven't quite figured that one out. Over under 47, 86 are on the Jags here. I do also like the Jags here.
Oh, yeah, I took the Jags. I mean, I probably will pick every team that plays Carolina this year. Oh, probably.
See,
I might pick Carolina like once or twice, but that's about it.
See, you can't. Not this year.
In
the years past, you're just whoever plays against them, I'm going to have like a 90% win rate, right?
Yeah.
This year, I think they're actually going to kind of surprise a couple teams. I don't think they're a good team.
No.
But I think they're scrappy enough. They're going to steal a couple wins.
You think like 5?
Probably.
About a 5-win team?
Yeah, like 5, maybe 6, right? So, but if you're betting against them every time,
that's 5.
That's rough, right?
Yeah, no, that's true.
So, 86% being on the Jags is right, though. The money line for the Jags is a -189, and that feels about right.
Yeah,
that feels about right. So I would go Jags. I wouldn't bet on them though. I would keep my money in my pocket for that one.
That's the sucker's bet, right?
Well, yeah, because I mean we've also seen the Jags just be the Jags and lose games they should have no business losing.
Yep.
This next game, though, also a morning game. We have a lot of morning games.
We do.
So it's an interesting opening slot. But this is the Raiders and the Pats. I like this game. This game's going to be fun to watch.
I think so too. I'm hoping we get it.
We
in our area.
Won't probably. No.
It won't be on ours.
No, because we'll probably get the Bengals Browns or the KC Charger game. Oh no,
No,
that's
no,
Friday.
that's
It'll be
Friday.
the Bengals Browns. It'll be the Bengals Browns. I would bet. I would bet. Right.
All right.
But I would like the Raiders Pats game.
Yes.
The Pats are actually favored 2.5 at home.
Yeah, I know.
43.5. 6 of the 8 people that are hurt for the Patriots are on defense. So even though 69% are on the Pats, I took the Raiders here.
I did too.
Nice.
I
Nice.
actually have the Raiders myself as well. I think I didn't do it because of the injuries, but I just did it because I think actually the Raiders are going to step up this year. They have to compete in one of the hardest divisions. They got
Yes.
Pete. I think Pete's going to bring a vibe to the team.
Yep.
I'm not, I like Gino. I'm a little sad about. I'm sad the way he left. I really actually thought
You don't have to lie to
know-
kick it. It's fine.
No. I actually liked having Gino. I thought he
Yeah.
overplayed his contract. Like he
No question.
with us. Like he outperformed it. So I would have loved to have. I just didn't like the way he left. So that's why I'm a little like,
I'm with
Gino.
you.
But
I'm with you.
I think just the way that Pete has, the way Pete's known with his teams, I
Yep.
think the vibe. I think that team's going to be completely different this year
Yep.
than historically. I don't think they're going to be historically bad. I still think that they're going to be vying for third place in their division. I really don't think that they're going to take the leap over Kansas City.
Oh,
They may end up probably fourth. Really,
I think they're a 4th place team, but it's funny because
I think
they
they can
are
win.
going to be a fun team to watch.
Yes.
Right. They have 2
Yeah.
quality tight ends. They do have a good receiver.
Yeah.
Obviously, the defense is solid.
yeah.
So like they're going to be a good team. Unfortunately for them, they're in the division they're in that potentially could be the hardest division this year in football.
Yeah.
But I think they're going to win some games. I think they'll steal a couple games against some good teams, and then they're going to lose some games that
Oh yeah,
they
Pete's
shouldn't
good at
lose.
that.
Yeah.
Pete's good at that. But I would agree with you. I think they're going to be fun, interesting to watch. I mean, some of the little things like Gino's got a way better offensive line than when he had here, right?
Yep.
Gentry. You've got a running
Yep.
back
Yep.
that you can actually run behind a good offensive line, and we don't have. They don't have a history in injury history, right? Because
Yes.
that's because of our offensive line being so crappy for so long. Every year we've dealt with we've never had a running back play a full season. I mean,
You realize
when you
we
think
are
about it,
starting running back for the Seahawks. Starting running back since 2014
yeah,
has been on IR every single year.
I mean, we have
Insane.
we have. That's what I'm saying. So I think Pete's got a better for his style of football. He's got a better team to play with now.
Yeah.
So I think
No, I agree.
I think that's why I think he's going to come in strong. I think
Yep.
they're going to open up hot. I'm still not sold on the Patriots. I mean, everybody thinks, Drake May. We'll see. I don't know. I don't even know. I mean, I can't even tell you half of the weapons on the Patriots team, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't. I think this is actually an
Right.
easy bet.
Yeah.
The money line is a plus 125 for the Raiders.
Okay.
I'd take that all day.
I would.
Yeah.
I think it's going to be a Raiders game.
A Patriot at minus 149. So I'd stay away from that. I don't believe in him at all.
No.
So I got the Raiders here to win outright.
Yeah.
So
Strong statement.
Cards and Saints. So it's in New Orleans. Cards are a 6.5-point favorite on the road.
Yeah.
It's always tough to take the points on a home dog.
The 6.5. Yeah.
Yeah, it's always tough to take that. Over under 43, so they don't think anybody's going to score a lot. 86% of America on the Cards here. Money line for the Cards is a minus 303.
Oh wow.
So the money is,
Everybody-
even though the percentage doesn't look like it,
Yeah. Yeah.
that money line is huge.
Yeah.
So this is a game I would not throw a bet on.
No.
Maybe a $5 on the Saints, just take the flyer on them. But if you were thinking of the Cards, order the pizza instead.
Exactly. You can get your Papa John's.
Mhm.
But no, I agree. I took the Cardinals. I don't think.
Yeah.
I just don't see the Saints
Yep.
doing anything of value at all this year.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of where they might.
I mean, you
come
have-
in and win.
You have Spencer Rattler as your starter. Like
That tells you
none of this
something, right?
says
Like-
we're going to be awesome. The
Right.
Cards are actually my survivor pick. So I'm in a survivor pool.
That's
The Cards are
probably
my
a good idea.
week 1 pick because I don't believe in the Cards, but I believe they can beat the Saints. And so I have them so I can get them out of the way.
Yep.
Because then they're used. I can't use them again,
Yep.
and I wouldn't want to anyway. So,
Yep. I agree.
like, if there was ever a team that you're going to bet against every single week, it'd be the Saints.
yes.
So,
Yes.
but yeah, I still don't know that I would take the points, though. Cards are another team that they forget about people on their roster. When you look at last year, they had a first half with Marvin Harrison Jr. where he had, I think it was like 110 yards. And then he didn't get another touch the rest of the game.
True.
And then they interview Kyler, and he's like, "It's not my job to get him the ball." It's like, well, I mean, it kind of
It
is.
is your job. You're the quarterback. If you see a play that's going to work better, right? Like give you the opportunity
Right?
to call
I
audibles
mean,
and stuff,
you know,
right?
just saying.
Yeah. That's if Kyler Murray decides to read the playbook too, right? You know.
I mean, I think it's a side quest in Call of Duty now. So you just you go into one of the rooms, the playbook's there, you got to read it to advance to the next level. So.
Yeah, I know, right? Like it's no more zombies now. It's,
That's right.
it's playbook reading.
So this game is actually going to be very interesting. I do like this one here. The Steelers at the Jets.
Yep.
And the Steelers are a 2-point favorite on the road, over under a 39. 88% of people on the Steelers. The money line for the Steelers is minus 149. That feels about right. I think it goes this way.
Yeah, I got
Yeah.
the Steelers all day long. The Jets are going to have to prove, especially when you have what's his name at quarterback, Justin Fields.
Well, that's the biggest thing, right? That is hands down my biggest problem with the Jets is they have a guy that needs to develop who hasn't been developed. You know, he's with the Bears, doesn't do anything impressive there. He actually gets benched after going 4-1 as a starter with the Steelers because those wins weren't because of him. The defense was scoring points in those. When you look at the Jets' history, there is nothing that says they're going to develop a guy. So for them to pick a guy that needs to develop, that's not the location, right? So I look at it as this is probably a pretty easy win. It's probably going to be the one time that Rodgers and DK are on the same page.
Yeah.
And I think they tear them up. I would take the Steelers, the points, probably the over, honestly. 39 is low.
That's low, and I can see Rodgers wanting to come back against the Jets. And
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna put some points up on your ass.
Especially the way they let him go. They made him fly across country.
Yep.
And then they're just like, yeah, we're going a different route. And he's like, why didn't you give me a phone call? So if you're that guy, and we know he's petty, he's going to be like, oh, you know what? I'm going to come dunk on you.
Yeah. Nah. I'm going to come put up 40 on you, and you ain't going to do nothing you can do about it.
Right?
Because that's what I look at it too as the Jets. I'm like, okay, you're going into this game against your former quarterback that you weren't happy, you obviously weren't happy with and didn't do much with.
Yep.
When you had him for one healthy year. I mean, first year was crap, but you had him for a healthy year. Right in the second season, towards the end there, he was, he wasn't putting up any, he wasn't doing anything of value there, and you're replacing him with someone who's nowhere even near the talent in his pinky.
Yeah,
right? So
well, and then you're even more worried.
You're
even more worried when you think of Justin Fields having his presser, and he was happy with 8-yard passes.
Yeah,
and it's just like, okay, well, I mean, that is the one thing you're good at. Because you're wildly inaccurate beyond that. In fact, generally, you're not great past the line of scrimmage, honestly.
Yep.
So, I don't know. Like, that one could get out of hand. Like, that one, I mean, the defense will be good for the Jets, right? It's always good. They have a defensive coach yet again. But I think the Steelers come in and prove a point.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Washington at home against the Giants. This is the last morning game. Washington, a 6-point favorite, over under 45.5. 93% of people on Washington.
Oh, yeah.
You almost want to throw like $10 on the Giants, though, because they are a plus 225.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean,
that's a pizza money bet,
right?
For sure.
Yeah,
Like,
I wouldn't throw real money at it,
No.
but I would absolutely throw some pizza money at it because maybe it pays your tab for the day.
That's true.
So,
I mean, because we know the Giants have a defense.
That's the thing. Is that defense is going to be good.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they have a solid defense.
Yeah.
What Wilson's going to do, who knows?
Yeah, that's where I'm at. Like, Wilson.
Could this be the game he pops off before he just, like, falls apart? It's possible.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And do you think that Washington had a noisy enough offseason that they're not quite there? McLaurin just gets
I was gonna
signed.
say.
You might have a little bit of a step back for their quarterback in year 2. So, I mean, there's some elements with Washington that you're like, week 1, they probably still win. Like, I have them to win, but maybe they don't cover. And that's all you need for the money line.
And the spread was what, 6? 6
Yeah.
and a half?
It's 6. So there's not even a hook on it.
No.
So
I think they'll cover. I think they'll win by a touchdown, at least. Honestly, I think they're going to cover.
They should.
They should.
They should.
Yeah.
But I would throw a money line bet on the Giants just because. Like if I had, like 10, 15 bucks like that you don't care about, right? If you have a gambling problem, call the 1-900 number.
Yeah. Right.
Do not blame our show. It's not our fault.
Exactly. But yeah, I'm with you. I really just don't think the Giants stand a chance. In their division, I think the only team the Giants stand a chance against is Dallas, and that's it. So I think with the Commanders,
the Eagles and the Commanders, the Giants are going to get hammered.
Yeah, those are going to be the 2 teams competing for that division this year. So I've got Washington all the way.
I have the Giants and Dallas fighting for that 3rd spot.
Yeah,
like that's kind of where the talent level feels, and
yeah, I agree.
Yeah. All right, we move into some afternoon games. We got the Titans at the Broncos. Broncos are an 8.5 point favorite at home. Over under 42.5, 94% of people on the Broncos. If you're in Survivor, this is the other Survivor pick I would do. I would have the Broncos winning this outright.
Yep. I would take the Broncos. I'm taking the Broncos.
Yep.
I take the points, but the over/under is a tough one.
At 42, yeah.
At 42, only because that Broncos defense is so solid that I don't see the Titans scoring more than like maybe 10.
Yeah,
you're gonna need like Denver to put up like 30 points to make that viable to maybe beat that.
Which they can. They 42 is the problem with 42 is that's about right.
Yeah. No, exactly. Like I think it's
Now the Titans, they don't have to worry about Greenlaw. He's doubtful for the game.
Oh, yeah.
So he's listed as questionable, but sounds like doubtful.
Yeah, it sounds like.
So we'll see. The money line for the Titans though is a plus 350, and
that's a throw $5 on the Titans,
right? Yeah, I mean especially at 8.5.
Yeah.
So I could see throwing $5 at the underdog there, but. And then I wouldn't put any money on the Broncos at minus 455.
Oh, God.
For you to make any money, you got to throw so much at it. Like
it's not worth it.
Yeah,
but yeah, I think the Broncos are honestly. I think the Broncos are going to come in and embarrass the Titans. That's how I feel. I think it's going to be.
Should. They should.
Granted, Bo Nix continues how he left off. Because we get the end of season Bo Nix and we don't get the first 4 or 5 games of Bo Nix. Because remember the first 4 or 5 games, I don't think he looked like the biggest bust. And I think Denver started out like 0-4 or something like that.
To be fair, the first 4 or 5 games probably still beats this Titans team.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, Justin Fields could probably beat the Titans.
Now, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. And shout out to my buddy Sam. Sorry, I'm dumping on your Titans, but man, you're in for a long year.
Or you might want to come down to Crucible and have a few drinks.
Well, he lives out there, so I mean it's a little bit of a trek, but
might want to head down to the old Smoky.
Right. Hit that dive bar because that is the quality of play the Titans are about to have. San Fran coming to town for the Seahawks. Niners are a road favorite, -2, over under a 43.5. 78% of people on San Fran.
They just be hating on our Hawks, huh?
Hawks are a plus 115.
I'm taking Seahawks all day on
now,
this game.
Bobo is out with a concussion.
It's fine.
And Nwosu is doubtful.
Oh, is he?
He is. So that is a bummer. That being said, I still think the Seahawks get it done here. I don't know why people are quite as high on the Niners as they've been. I guess they forget that they lost quite a few people. Now, if some of these rookies show out, they'll be good.
No, exactly. Well, I mean, like Pierce Hall, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Juwan Jennings. I think what it is I don't think America's sold on the 49ers. I think America doesn't know what to think of the Seahawks. And I think that's why they're taking the 49ers, because nobody knows. I mean, it's a completely new team, there's no, the quarterback's gone.
Yep.
Pretty much the whole wide receiving group is gone. I think the loss of DK, people are thinking, oh, well, JSN, old man Cup, because he's old now, even though he supposedly looks like he's healthy and all, right?
Yeah,
then,
he's looked good in practice. So, I mean,
horrible offensive line, though. I would say I think our offensive line looks like it started to do a little bit better, pick up a little bit this off season. So I'm
way better than actually you're giving it credit for right now.
I'm thinking.
So in our 3 preseason games, every running back we had was averaging over 5 yards a carry.
Yeah, I mean,
now you can only take so much into that because it's preseason, right? And you're playing against a bunch of guys that are going to be working at target. But at the same time, that's something we haven't been doing even in preseason.
Yeah.
So I do like, I do like our rookie on the line. We have both of our tackles back.
Yep.
We have a solid center. So I'm happy with where this offensive line has gone.
Yeah.
And it showed even in preseason that they were able to open some holes that in years past, even in preseason, they couldn't do.
Yep.
So I like where that is. I like how they reloaded as far as receivers are concerned. I was a little surprised at them letting MVS go.
Yeah,
but
that
they
shocked
really,
me a little bit.
They really wanted Horton.
Yeah.
And when you watched him play, you get
why.
it.
Yeah. You can see why. I don't like that MVS went to San Fran.
Not a huge
but,
fan.
Well, we're probably going to see him on the field. Maybe, hopefully he doesn't burn us.
Well, I mean, he has a very similar catch rating to DK, right? So it's about 50% completion rate. He's a burner. He can catch that impressive catch, and then he'll drop easy ones.
Yep.
And so I don't know that you have to worry about it so much based on the secondary of the Hawks. That's the big thing. Because he's also not a phenomenal route runner, similar to DK, right? He's a go ball guy.
Lazy routes.
So, I feel like MVS, even though he's taking them our playbook, that's not ideal. But I still like the Seahawks here. Yeah. Even though no one else seems to.
Yeah, I think that's, like I said, I think it's more people don't know what we're going to get with Cup. Yep. I think the loss of Tyler Lockett is huge. They're already looking like you just lost your beast DK. Yep. You lost Tyler Lockett, who is like your sure hands guy. I mean, but not realizing Cup has the similar hands. He can catch.
Yes.
And, as long as the problem with Lockett was he was a catching, like, okay, I'm catching, I'm dropping because I don't want to get hit. I'm done, right? He wasn't really, I'm going to turn around and start going upfield as much, right? He was like
got that from Baldwin, though.
No, but to stay safe and stay healthy. But that's the thing, right? But he caught every ball, so that's the big thing. Like he caught every ball, but it's just so the thing to me is I think Cup has similar hands where Cup can catch pretty much every ball that's thrown to him, but I think he's more prone to run upfield, so he's going to be actually a little bit more of an upgrade at this point than having Lockett. Not Lockett of old, but the Lockett of today.
Yeah, I feel like Cup is more on that. He's kind of a mix between Baldwin and Curse.
Yeah.
Right? Where I think he is more like Curse, but has better hands than Curse did.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't really give him Lockett because Lockett catches everything that's close to him.
He's like a magnet.
Yeah. So I would give him more of that, like, kind of cross between Tate and Curse, because he doesn't quite have that anger of give me the ball that Tate had.
Yeah.
Right? Like Golden was out there like, if I'm by you, I'm going to rip the ball out of your hand if I didn't.
Yeah.
Right? Cup doesn't have that, but Cup is a great route runner, and has good hands. Yep. So like I'm not mad at I'm not mad at how they reloaded, honestly.
No, I think they reloaded fine. I like JSN. I think we got a great running game. I think we got 2 great running backs. I like Charbonnet a lot, to be honest with you.
He might actually take over the number 1 spot.
That's what I'm thinking. But I would say on the side, if you want to make a prop bet, Charbonnet scores a touchdown in this game.
Oh no, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, I mean it's running back by committee anyway. Yeah.
Game. I like him.
Okay, so we got Lions at Green Bay. This one is going to be an awesome game.
I wish we could watch that one. I mean, like, they would reschedule it so that it would be for us.
So there is a really good chance that I'll be watching this at Wild Wings. So if you're around.
Yeah.
And for everybody watching, if you're around, hey, come out to the Everett Wild Wings. So, but no, this one, Green Bay is a home favorite, only 2.5 points, over under 47.5. This split from people actually betting on it is pretty interesting. 59% on the Lions. So everybody putting money on it thinks it could go either way. Green Bay doesn't quite get the home field advantage of the -3. The line lets you know that even Vegas doesn't know. So they got Lions at a +118 and Green Bay is a -139.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's about as close to being a push as you get.
Yep.
Unless it's like the 100, 105. But
I think
I got the Lions on the road.
Do you? I took Green Bay, to be honest. I took Green Bay only because I feel like this is kind of these are the kind of games where Lions and Green Bay will split this year.
Agreed.
Lions are going to win home. The only reason why I took Green Bay was they were home. I know Parsons isn't playing.
Yep.
But I think there's still that statement of where Green Bay, we're home. I think they win this game. I don't think they win it decisively. Like, I agree. The line, is playing it right. I think it's like a, under 3, maybe by a field goal right at the last second kind of game.
Yep.
But I truly think that at this point, I think the Packers, first game of the season at home, they're going to split with the Lions. I think they take this game.
If this game was in November, I would absolutely go the other direction. But why I stuck with the Lions here is the Lions defense is healthy.
Yeah. Hutch is back, right, this year?
Yep.
That's huge.
You have Green Bay that they're not going to have Parsons, but they also don't have their tackle that they just sent.
That's true.
Dallas.
Kenny's gone. That's true. He's gone too now.
So they have a little bit of a question mark when it comes to that defensive line. That's going to give Goff some time. So I like the Lions here to win outright. I still think it's probably a field goal or something.
Now, the thing is, though, are you going to take into effect, because I took into account, too, when I was thinking about the Lions, and I was like, the fact that Johnson is not there anymore. Coaching, they don't have their OC anymore. So,
I mean, it plays a factor.
So, to me, how are we going to see not only the Lions perform, but how's Goff going to do? Because this is the man that made Goff. I mean, we saw what Goff did in St. Louis, LA, with the Rams, right?
People hate on Goff, and I don't he played fine in LA. He got to a Super Bowl. It's not like he was terrible there.
No, I know, but it's I can see what you're saying. I'm not a big.
It's not like he's Jimmy G that got to a Super Bowl, where it's like the team got there in spite of him. Goff played well.
Yeah.
So I don't know. We'll see.
Oh man, if Parsons was playing this game, that would have been a great game to watch. Having a Parsons Hutchinson matchup in the sense who's going to be right, who's going to be the biggest defensive disruptor of the game. That would have been fun to watch.
So you went Green Bay there?
I went Green Bay.
All right. We got the Texans at the Rams. I got the Rams winning this. The Rams are the healthiest team going into week 1.
Yeah.
Texas, on the other hand, is not. They've
lost. I was going to say they've got some injuries going on.
They got a lot of them. Let me get over to it. This one here, when you look at their, let's see, they had Christian Kirk, questionable hamstring, not great.
No.
Let's see, Reed, IR, Mixon
out. Right?
Out.
Is Nico playing? I think Nico might be hurt too. Can't remember.
Let's see.
I thought Nico Collins was hurt too.
He's actually not listed.
Okay, so he's playing.
So that's a bonus. That's a bonus. Ingram, questionable abdomen. So, that's not where you want your guard. Yes, I mean they got some injuries that could be a problem. I like the Rams here. They're healthy, and maybe they don't have the best depth ever, but they're healthy.
Yeah.
And so I'll take them week 1. Rams are a 3-point favorite. That's your basic home favorite number. Over under 43.5. 76% of people on the Rams. I'm taking the Rams here.
Yeah, I got the Rams too. To be honest, I just don't see Houston doing it, especially coming into the home, coming into the Rams, coming in LA, and then having to deal with that. So I don't see it happening. Because to me, right. Also, I look at LA as this year as like, as long as Stafford stays healthy, they're at least 11-win team this year. Most likely going to win our division. Seahawks are going to battle for it.
Yep.
Hopefully, but right now the front runner is by sure the Rams. So
for sure.
I'm giving everything to them at this point. I would probably take the points. Take the Rams. I take the Rams in the points.
Oh yeah,
because I know it's going to be more than 3. The over under, that's a tough one only because you can either have sheer defensive game with these folks, or you can have an offensive barrage. So that
at 43, I'm taking the over.
Yeah, I would say 43 over is probably good.
Yeah, I'm taking the over there. Sunday Night Football, Ravens and Bills. That is my game of the week. Brought to you by True Fusion Gym. You can use the QR code right here on the screen. Free 5-day pass, any of the 3 locations. Pilates, boot camp, yoga bar, and more. True Fusion Gym.
Make sure you tell them Bo sent you.
Yeah, that's right. So yeah, Ravens at Bills. Ravens are a 1-point favorite on the road here, over under at 50. That feels about right. 71% on the Bills.
Yep.
And the injury report, that's where this game gets very interesting. So we got with the Ravens, they don't have anything too major.
No.
But
the only thing is, will they use Derrick Henry?
Well,
they're going to run the ball this year.
It's not the playoffs, so I mean they're going to use him. When it comes to the Bills, though, their injury list is interesting. Keon Coleman, questionable with a groin. Tre'Davious White, questionable with a groin. Tyler Bass, their kicker, with a hip. It's not generally great with a hip.
No.
Right? So, I mean, they got a couple of guys there that you don't want to see questionable going into this particular game. Yeah. And then they have a couple of tackles that are one out with an Achilles, the other one with a suspension. So, I mean, this is a game that I think the Ravens can steal on the road. The line is 1 point.
Yep.
So, I mean, obviously you take the points.
Yep.
But yeah, I have the Ravens here.
I took them too.
Stealing this game. The over-under at 50, though.
I'll take the under.
Man, it's close.
No, I get
but
it.
Yeah, I'm with you. I'm also taking the under because it's week 1.
Yeah, no, but I'm with you. I got the Ravens, plus my own. For a lot of the same reasons that you have, but also I know it might be a little corny, but the Bills were on Hard Knocks, and
no, I mean you're not wrong.
And it's like the Madden curse.
Yeah,
any team that goes on Hard Knocks has a horrible season that year, and I just think Hard Knocks, they're gonna like the Madden curse. Bills are not gonna perform like they should. And I think the Ravens are going to come in. They're going to be pissed because the Bills kicked them out of the playoffs last year. This is like their Super Bowl. This is their revenge game. And I think Hard Knocks, like I said, takes away from a lot of that concentration that teams might need during the off season and all. Yep. So I think the Bills are in for a very long and difficult season. And that's why I took the Ravens. Sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm with you. And then, of course, the final game of opening week, Monday Night Football, is the Vikings at the Bears. Vikings are a 1.5-point favorite, over under of 44, 68% on the Vikings. And I was until the injury report came out today. And Addison is out. Justin Jefferson is questionable with a hamstring. And if it's a hamstring, even if he goes, you have to be a little bit worried about it.
Yep.
So I was really leaning towards the Vikings, even with their rookie quarterback. I understand he's not an actual rookie, but he didn't play a snap last year, so he's a rookie to me.
Yep.
I have the Bears getting this win at home.
I took the – thank you about the injury report, too, because I was thinking about the same thing after finding that out. I agree, because I've been on the fence all week about this one, this hard game, because to me, agree, Vikings. You got McCarthy. He is technically a rookie quarterback. They're probably going to play conservative with him at first. He's not, you're not going to have Darnold airing the ball out. So at this point now, that's why it's like if I was a fantasy, just on the side note, I would go with Hawkinson as my tight end this week because I think there's going to be a lot of work. He's going to get a lot of work. I think it's going to be a heavy run game for them Just until McCarthy gets his feet wet, right? You know.
Well, we also don't know what he is, right? Because he wasn't asked to do that much when he was at Michigan.
Yeah, and I think this is a statement game for the Bears too.
No question.
We're home,
Mhm.
second year, right? You know, we got Johnson. I mean, there's so much hype behind the Bears this year.
They have a good defense. They fixed their their offensive line.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot of unknowns from last year that were fixed this year. So I think the Bears come out strong. Now, whether they finish strong is a different story. For when it comes to the end of the season,
That's a pizza money bet,
right? Yeah, that's a pizza money bet where they finish. But I think they start strong, and I think that they can come out. I think they can win this game. I put myself on the Bears too.
Awesome. All right, and that gets us to the top of the show. Thanks for everybody that has been tuning in, and of course to everybody that helps us bring this to you. BetUS or Bet Us, however you want to say it. True Fusion Gym, and of course us broadcasting live right here at Crucible Brewing. If you are in the area, come on out, have a beer with us. We'll watch the game, and otherwise, we will see you next week.
Yeah.
Be sure to get those picks locked in though, because they lock as soon as kickoff starts, and if you didn't lock them in, you get a 0 for the week. It's tough to come back from that.
And be prepared to see my name on that at the end of the season.
This is the thing. I'm on here twice. This is year 4. We're looking
to join you. We're looking to join you.
Right on. Have a good one, everybody.
All right.